Hello children, good morning everybody. Welcome to our channel Smart Study, and in today's class I am going to discuss the third lesson in the Science Olympiad, that is animals are friends. Okay, see, before starting the lesson, here what is there, some pictures are there. I am zooming it, wait. See here, what are these pictures? All different types of animals are there here, birds and butterfly, all are there. Yes or no? What do you see in the above picture? What are there? All animals are there. List out the animals you see in the picture. They are asking you to write what? Say what all are the different types of animals. Say their names. Okay. Can you guess and say where these animals live? Do you know where these animals live? If you know, you can say them. Okay, what do they eat? If you know what they eat, that also you can see. So next, can you write names of some other animals that you see near your house? And along with these animals, they are asking to you to write if any animals are there nearby your house. And in this lesson today, we are going to discuss clearly about what all are the different types of animals, birds, and where do they live, what do they eat. All this we shall learn in this lesson. So what is our lesson name, Nana? Animals are friends. Okay, now see here, now I am going to start the lesson. See here, each pair I will read first and later I will explain to you clearly. Okay children, see here, what is the first para is what? Natural homes of animals. So what are the natural homes of animals? We shall see here. Some animals live in their natural environment. Okay, wild animals live in the forest. They have, here print has not come properly. See here, this is they have, Nana. Sorry. Tigers, foxes and lions live in caves which are formed naturally in the rocks. A lion's cave is called as a den. Elephants move in groups and rest under the big trees. Monkeys lives on branches of the trees. Giraffes and zebras live in the grasslands. Here what they are saying, what are the different types of homes of animals. Okay, where do the different animals live, what are their homes, what are their homes, we are going to see here. Some animals live in their natural environment. Wild animals live in the forest. Means what you know, no, elephant, tigers, all these animals are called as the wild animals. They will live where? They will live in the forest. Tiger, foxes and lions live in the caves which are formed naturally in the rocks. So where do the tigers, foxes and lions live, Nana? In the caves. The place, the home where these animals live, like what? Tigers, foxes and lions are called as caves. What is the spelling of caves? C-A-V-E-S. Okay. So where these are caves formed is naturally in the rocks. Next, a lion's cave is called as a den. Where does the lion stay? That place is called as what? Den. D-E-N. Den. Next, elephants move in groups and rest under the big trees. Okay, elephants, what does they do? Many elephants, they will move in groups. In group at a time they will move and they will rest where? Under the big trees. These elephants will be taking the rest. And next, what is there? Monkeys live on branches of the trees. Where do the monkeys live? On the branches of the trees. And giraffes and zebras live in the grassland. Where does the giraffes and zebras live, Nana? In the grassland. So in this para what we have learned, what all the different animals, what are their homes, that means where do they live. Next one, next para, see here, what is their homes made by the animals. Some animals can make their home by their own. So what are those? We shall see now here. See, some animals make their own homes in order to protect themselves from the enemies. Ants make ant hills from mud and live in it. Ants always live in the colonies. Animals such as rats, rabbits and mongoose dig holes underground which are called as burrows. Most snakes live in the holes made by rats and moles in the ground. Earthworms dig inside the soil and make tunnels underground. So here what they have given, nothing but many animals which will make the home by their own for protecting themselves. Okay, so for protecting from the enemies they will make their own homes. Where do the ants live? They will make the, see, ants make the ant hills from the mud and live in it. See, this is the picture of the where does the ant lives. Okay, So these will make the ant hills and they will live in it and always live in the colonies. Animals such as rats, rabbits, mongoose dig holes underground which are called as the burrows. Where do the rats, rabbits and mongoose live, Nana? They will be digging the holes under the ground, and these places, okay, where they dig the holes and they stay are called, that is their shelter where they live is called as the burrows. Next, most snakes live in holes made by the rats and moles in the grounds. Where do these snakes live itself? The rats and moles will be making holes in the ground and live, no? So their snakes will be going and living where the rats and moles will be keeping the holes in the ground. There the snakes will be living. Similarly, earthworms also. Earthworm dig inside the soil and make tunnels under the ground. Okay. Where does the earthworm live? They also will be living inside the soil. Okay, inside the soil they will be living and they will be making the tunnels underground. Guha laguntadi kada tunnels. Okay, Telugulo swarangam antaru. Okay, so in that these earthworms will be living. Clear? So these all are the homes which are made up by the different animals for protecting from the enemies. Okay, and coming to the next para here, what is there? Homes provided by the human being. Homes provided by human beings means what? Till now whatever we have seen, this what? Earthworm, rabbits, where they are living, they are making their shelter, that is their home by their own. Now what we are going to see, homes provided by human beings means who? We will be providing the shelter for the some animals. So what are the type of animals called and what are their homes, we shall see in this para now. See here, first I shall read and then explain to you clearly. See here, Nana, what is there? 1 minute. Some animals are kept by us as pets either at home or at farms. Okay. Such animals are called as what? Domestic animals. Human beings build homes for domestic animals. A cow is kept in a shed. A dog is kept in a kennel, a hen is kept in a coop, and a horse is kept in a stable. Okay, some animals, what do? We only will provide them shelter and we take care of them. Such type of animals are what called, Nana? Domestic animals. We call them pets, no. See, some animals are kept by us as pets either at home or at the farms. Where do we keep them? All the pets, either we keep them at our home or at the farms. Such animals are called as domestic animals. What do we call for such animals that we take care and we provide food are called as the domestic animals. Human beings build homes for the domestic animals. We human beings only will build the homes for these domestic animals. So what are the examples we shall see now? See, a cow is kept in a shed. Where do we keep the cows, Nana? In a shed. A dog is kept in a kennel. Where does the dog stay? This home. See, dog is there in a kennel. What is the spelling of kennel? K-E-N-N-E-L. Next, a hen is kept in a coop. Generally will keep hens, no? That place is what called? Coops. C-O-O-P, coop. And a horse is kept in a stable. See, horse is living here in a stable. So these all shelters are provided to the animals by human beings, and such type of animals which the human beings take care of are called as what, Nana? Domestic animals. Okay, clear till here? Now moving to the next one. See here, I am zooming it out. See here, now classification. What is there here? I am reading out. See, based on the type of food they eat, animals are divided into 3 groups: herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Okay, the different types of animals will be eating different types of food. So according to the different types of food they eat, these animals are of 3 types. First one is what? Herbivores. Second one is carnivores, and the last one is what? Omnivores. We shall see one after one. First one is what, Nana? Herbivores. Have you seen a giraffe eating leaves of plants? Yes. Have any time when you go to zoo, you might have seen giraffes, elephants, so all this will be eating what? Leaves, plants. Yes or no? The animal which eat only plants are called as the herbivores. Example, giraffe, cow, deer, elephant, etc. So here what they are saying, Nana? According to the different types of food they eat, animals are divided into 3 types. First one is herbivores, second one is carnivores, third one is the omnivores. Okay, herbivores means what? Plant eating animals. These animals will eat only plants. What are the examples? Giraffe, cow, deer, elephant. These all are the examples of the herbivorous animals. Herbivorous animals means plant eating animals. Clear? And now moving to the second one, carnivores. Carnivores, or we can say as carnivorous animals. Have you seen the tiger catching small animals? The animals which depend on other animals for food are called as a carnivores. Example, tiger, lion, wolf, etc. Carnivores means what? Nothing but the animals which hunt, that means which kill other animals and eat, are called as the carnivorous animals. Example are what? Tiger, lion, wolf. These all doesn't eat any plants or leaves. What they do eat? They will kill the other animals and they will be eating. So these carnivorous animal food is what? Flesh of other animals only. Flesh means meat. They will be killing other animals and eating. So such type of animals, that means flesh eating animals, are called as what, Nana? Carnivorous animals, or simply we can say as carnivores. What are the examples of carnivorous animals? Means tiger, lion, wolf, etc. Clear? Next one, omnivorous animals. See here. Omnivorous animals means what? That eat both the plants and animals. Herbivores means I told only plant eating animals. Carnivores means flesh eating animals. And if the animals eat both the plants and animals, such animals are called as what, Nana? Omnivorous animals. Example is what? Bear, crow, etc. So bear and crow, they will eat both plants and they also eat the animals. So such type of animals are called as what? Omnivorous animals. Here what is written? Man is also an omnivore. He depends on plants and animals for food. That means man, we the human beings are also omnivores, because we will eat plants and similarly we also eat the animals. As we are eating both the plants and animals, we come under omnivores. Okay, clear? Now coming to the next topic, food habits. Means what all food habits, what they will eat, we shall see here in this topic. Okay, see here, what is it? Depending, first I will read the para and later I will explain to you clearly, Nana. Depending on the food habits, animals have different shape and sizes of the teeth. Okay, means what? Depending upon the different foods they are eating, according to that the animals will be having different types and shapes of teeth. Okay, their size will be small, big, and shape will be thin, fat, different they will be there according to the food they eat. Okay, the herbivorous animals have broad, flat and sharp front teeth. By using them, they can pluck and bite leaves. Have you seen how grazes? See, cow grazes. See here, nothing is there. How does the herbivorous animals have their teeth? They are saying here. They will be having which type of teeth, Nana? Broad, flat and sharp front teeth. Why they will be having the sharp front teeth? Means they should eat the plants. They should eat the plants means their teeth should be sharp. So with this help of sharp front teeth, they will be cutting the leaves and they will be eating. Okay, by using them they can pluck. Pluck ante peekadam nana. Okay, చెట్లను కట్ చేసి they will be biting, కొరికి తినేస్తాయి. Have you seen how cow grazes? Have you ever observed how does the cow eat the grass? Have you seen? With the help of the sharp front teeth only, first it will be plucking and biting and eating the grass. Yes or no? See here, they have given here. I am reading it out. It first plucks out the grass and swallows it. How does the cow eat grass? First it will be plucking out the grass and later it will be swallows it. Swallow ante mingadam. Okay, bite ante namaladam, swallow ante mingadam. Okay, they eat large quantities of food at a time. Later they bring up this food from the stomach and keep chewing it with the grinding teeth. This process is called chewing the cud or rumination. Here nothing is there, Nana. In this para they explained us how does the cow eat grass. How does the cow eat? First it will take the grass and later it will swallow it. How much food it will eat means so much of food it will eat at a time. What it does do that grass means first it will be sending into the stomach and afterwards when it is feeling hungry, from stomach it will be bringing it to mouth again and that time it will be chewing with the help of its grinding teeth. So this process is called as what? Rumination, or simply we can call it as chewing the cud. Clear? Here what is there? Nothing, Nana. How does the cow eats grass? Means first it will be taking a lot of grass and it will be sending into the stomach without swallowing or chewing it. And later when it feels hungry, it will bring that whole grass, that food from the stomach to the mouth, and that time it will be eating it clearly. Okay, with the help of the grinding teeth, and this process is called as what? Chewing the cud, or simply we can call it as rumination. Clear? Cow, camel, all these animals will eat in this type. Clear? Now moving to the next one topic. See here, what is there here, Nana? Now see here, some animals like rabbits, rats and squirrels nibble grass, nuts and fruits. They have very sharp front teeth. They are called gnawing teeth. Animals that have gnawing teeth are called rodents. The gnawing teeth help rodents to cut nuts, fruits and seeds. Okay, till now we have seen how cow eats grass. Those type of animals are called ruminants, I told. Now one more type we are going to see. Like what? Rabbits, rats, squirrel. How do they eat food? How do they eat grass? Means they will be nibbling. Nibbling means biting. Okay. So what they will eat mostly? Rabbits, they will be eating the fruits, grass and nuts. How do they eat? With the help of the sharp front teeth. Their front teeth will be very sharp. So with that front teeth they will be cutting the fruits and eating. Fruits, nuts, all this they will be cutting with the help of the sharp front teeth. And this process is called as gnawing. Yes, these are called as the gnawing teeth. Okay, the teeth which the rabbits, rats, squirrels are having front sharp teeth, no, these teeth are called as what, Nana? Gnawing teeth. This is important. GNAWING, gnawing teeth. Animals that have gnawing teeth are called as the rodents. This is also important. Before I told what? Cow and camel, in which process they are called as ruminants, right? And these animals which have gnawing teeth, that is sharp front teeth for biting the fruits, nuts and grass eating, are called as rodents. What is the spelling of rodents? RODENTS. Remember, RODENTS. The gnawing teeth help rodents to cut nuts, fruits and seeds. So with this help of gnawing teeth, the squirrels, rabbits and rats, they will be cutting the nuts, fruits and seeds easily, and they eat the food. Now till now we have learnt about how the herbivorous animals will eat the different types of food. Now coming to the second type, carnivorous animals. See here, first I will read it. The carnivorous animals have sharp, pointed and curved front teeth called as the canines. Carnivorous animals means what I told, flesh eating animals like lion, tiger, those. So which type of teeth they will be having? Their teeth will be very sharp, pointed and curved front teeth. Okay, pointed means you know, point, like point it will be there, no pencil it will be there, how sharp, like pointed. In that way they will be having the teeth pointed, and curved front teeth they will be having. So with the help of these teeth are called as what, Nana? Canines. What is the spelling of canines? CANINES. With this help of canines, what do? They will tear and bite the flesh easily. So with the help of these canines, the carnivorous animals will be tearing and biting the flesh easily. Tear ante chimpadam. Okay, when they should kill other animals, they should tear the flesh and then they should bite, means namili tinali. So with the help of the canines they will be eating. They also have strong grinding teeth called molars. Along with the canines they will be having other type of teeth called as molars. Molars means what? Strong grinding teeth. And premolars at the back of their mouth, so that they can chew flesh and crush bones. Along with the canines and molars, they also will be having the premolars at the back side of their mouth. With the help of the premolars, what they will be doing? They will be chewing the flesh easily and will be crushing the bones. Okay, so these are 4 types of teeth will be there: canines, molars, premolars. Okay, incisors. All this you will be learning in the next class, that is in the 4th class. And all this type of teeth the carnivorous animals will be having to eat the flesh easily with the help of these teeth. And coming to the last type of the animals, that is what? Omnivorous animals. Which type of teeth they will have? We shall see now here. See, Omnivorous animals have sharp incisors. Incisors means cutting teeth. Long pointed canines, strong flat premolars and molars. These omnivorous animals will have the teeth which consists of both the herbivorous animals and carnivorous animals. Why? Because these omnivorous animals will be eating both the plants and animals. So they will be having both the type of teeth which the herbivorous animals are having and also the carnivorous animals are having. Okay, with the help of these teeth, all that what incisors, canines, premolars and molars, omnivorous animals can bite their food, cut, chew it, grind and swallow the food. So with the help of these teeth, they will be biting the food, chewing it, grinding and swallows the food. Okay. Next, some animals like snakes and frogs do not have teeth to bite or chew. Okay, some animals like what? Snakes and frogs will not have any teeth itself. So as they are not having teeth, they cannot bite or they cannot chew, right? They swallow their food whole without biting or chewing. As they are not having tooth, simply they will be swallowing. Swallowing ante mingeste. Okay, the snakes and frogs will not have teeth. They will be simply swallowing the food. Frogs, lizards have long sticky tongue to catch insects and swallow them without the chewing. So frogs and lizards, what they will do, what they will have means they will be having long sticky tongue. Gum untadannana. Their tongue will be very big and it will be sticky. Okay, so with that what they will be doing with that sticky tongue, immediately when they find any insects, they will be catching them and they will be swallowing simply without chewing. So for those insects, as they are not having teeth, the frogs and lizards, what they will be doing with the help of their long sticky tongue, they will be catching the insects and simply swallowing. Swallowing ante mingeste namalakunda. Okay, earthworms swallow soil containing the dead plants and animals matter. You all know that earthworm will eat the mud, yes or no? So earthworm will be simply eating the soil. Swallowing the soil means mingedam. In the soil some dead plants and animals also will be there. Kullipaina chetlu avannu untayi kada nana. So earthworms simply they will be swallowing the mud in which the dead plants and animals also will be consist. Clear till here? And in the next class I will talk about the cold blooded animals and warm blooded animals, and rest of the topics I will finish the lesson in the next class and I will give you birds nana. Okay, and if you like our videos, please like, share and subscribe our channel Smart Study. Thank you.